This video is a response to a specific set of comments that went on for several days about would you like to join the Legion, and a symbol that came with it that is a circle with 2 diagonal slashes through it that are different positions but the same length. No record or reference to this image or iconography exists, much less it being a mining symbol. I've gone through mapping and other technical sources for this image. I've looked it up as an image search. I've rotated it every way, literally all 360 degrees, to see if I could find it. I've even made alterations of it that would be thicker or thinner lines by just doing image editing. None of it has been found before the TekkitRealm and others who posted their memes and reposted each other's memes to jack up its page rank. And none of them gave sources or links at the time, which means I don't have to accept any ex post facto description of where they got the information from if they went out of their way not to respond to anyone saying, "Where'd you find this?" The claim that was made by the TekkitRealm and others is that, quote, this was a symbol that was seen in an area or several areas at the same time and it seemed suspicious. He does these kind of videos all the time. These are clickbaity videos, and I think he makes money off of them in some way, and also off his social media and social media credit. He's a clout chaser. Kaze, 2022, January 24th at 10 p.m. left a note describing it this way. A very short reference that I dug up as 2005's Thud by Terry Pratchett, anywhere from page 74 to 93. The following dark symbol, Helmclever makes with spilled coffee on a table, I'm assuming, a circle with 2 diagonal lines through it, similar to a no parking British road sign symbol or no entry symbol. It's a circle slash. It's an international symbol very recently created for this subject. It is literally not an ancient symbol by the Illuminati or the Freemasons. And that's the only reference anybody could find for it, and I've decided that that has to be the best one. That's because that's the only one. Doing reverse image search and a dozen other ways, I couldn't find it. Now, after the fact, after the TekkitRealm's video, many people can go through and do a real clever trick on Facebook where they backdate an entire page, name it, would you like to join the Legion, put the icon up, and as long as it was never archived or paid attention to, if it was just one of these laying fallow pages on the internet, if it was started a long time ago and changed that way, it may fool people into thinking it's a really old story. Doesn't fool me. It wasn't trending. It wasn't widespread. And the images are, well, that were presented originally by the TekkitRealm were images he could have made in his neighborhood. Or anybody could have made for him. He could have told people, yeah, draw a circle slash with the slashes going down and then up. Just make them different positions and put it up in your neighborhood and take a photo and send it to me so I can do a video. It could have been that simple. When in doubt, always assume someone putting up something without providing proof that they're telling you something factual. You should assume that they could have just staged it because it's easy. People say, well, how would somebody do that? It's impossible. How are you not understanding this is easy? And I also posted again, before you reply again to this comment, if anybody does, there isn't any records or reference in real-world mining, imagery, iconography, maps, anything to this specific symbol because it has characteristics. It's a circle with a certain ratio for thickness to width or whatever for the lines, with a line drawn through it and another line drawn through it, and they're slightly off center from each other. That's it. It's a circle slash variation. And yes, because it's so over the top easy, it should have been copyrighted or trademarked a long time ago, or been in a book, or been online somewhere. And yes, when you do the circle, when you try to look up the image, it should find it within other groups of images with the same image using Google image search, but maybe not. But no one would provide a link, and then people would say, well, it's a mining symbol. Now, whether this is reference to Terry Pratchett's Thud or not is not relevant. It isn't a mining symbol in the real world, nor is anybody providing where they got that from. If they got it from his book, they didn't mention it. I gave everybody a time limit because this looks a lot like the TekkitRealm just invented this. I also mentioned in the video something along the lines of, if he really did invent the symbol, technically if you use that symbol, he could sue you or flag you for a copyright violation or a misuse of his trademark symbol if he wanted to push it. I kind of said that offhandedly, and I've also brought it up since then, that when people do these kind of things, very often they'll do that to get rid of someone criticizing them. So I altered the image when I put it in my videos, image. the link, the icon. And again, before anybody replies, again, there isn't any real world or even fantasy mining image like this that I can find. And I have a lot of experience with map making and doing research. And it's not that hard. I can do it faster than a lot of other people, slower than some. I'm not the best or the worst, but I did look it up repeatedly. And yes, a more recent reference is Fallout New Vegas' Caesar's Legion, people abbreviating that to the Legion and saying, would you like to join, in like 2015 and 2016 or something like that, some time ago. But everything else happened only, exclusively, after the TekkitRealm's video. And people have tried to phony up pages and gotten caught already. So no, I don't believe it existed before he made the video. I think he made the video about something that happened to his neighborhood or friends in other neighborhoods. But again, he didn't provide any proof for it. First of all, if you're going for the whole formal look, you believe this is formal? It's not looking great with me typing out capital B number 4 for the words before. I typed that out because it was funny. And we're on the internet, what the hell's wrong with you? And how are you thinking I'm trying to look professional or formal? Or I don't get this. There are records of it appearing in places. No, there aren't. Again, I've looked for this. Everyone makes that claim and then refuses to provide any link at all. This is the internet. It's not that fucking difficult to give us the keywords or just a general idea where to look. And a couple of people have sent me on goose chases saying, oh, I found it here. No, you didn't. Why? Because I just looked there. Well, just because you couldn't find it, okay, find it again. Well, I can't find it anymore. It's mysteriously disappeared. No, you lied. Because one guy pointed to a blog that had 5 entries the day he went to that. And it was a recent blog? No, it was a blog from 4 years ago. It's been laying fallow for 4 years. It hasn't been altered. He just pointed me somewhere to waste my time. There aren't any records of it being anywhere. Nobody goes by thinking, oh wow, strange graffiti image that has an O with 2 lines through it, let me take a picture. And nobody ever goes on Instagram posting a picture of a sandwich. Nobody does that. They walk by not paying attention because some random symbol spray painted on a wall won't attract the eye or anything. Unless you live in an area with gang crime, in which case the gang task force or whatever will take note of every single tiny change in some of these things. Graffiti artists will, and so will the gang members, and so will just people in the area. If they see a strange symbol, it freaks them out sometimes. And if you don't believe that, you can look up new gang signs or symbols. Worry residents, because if you're in LA or whatever. Where was the TekkitRealm saying these were coming up? I'm sure he said specific areas, okay? Find areas that don't have any gang activity. Find ones that do have gang activity. Okay. Find out if they have a gang task force and if they made note of this. If somebody starts seeing symbols everywhere, that's a form of communication that's being overt to the population or covert between groups. Gang symbols would be presumed. And no, it's not an Illuminati or Freemason symbol. No, it's not similar to one either. But it is. It's like, okay, what's the name of the symbol or where'd you find the information? I don't know. Well, then you haven't made a statement that means anything. And no, it's not Mandela effect either. You seem to not be able to read. I was talking about how the TekkitRealm didn't own the symbol, and then you instead reply with the origin of it. Yeah, I'm telling you where the symbol may or may not have come from. I'm trying to find out where the image came from and where this meme came from. It always leads back to the TekkitRealm. I found something from 2005 in a book called Thud. And that's an assertion someone made about the subject. That's it. And thank you, Kaze, for giving me that data. But there isn't any other reference to it. That's the lone reference, which means Terry Pratchett could take the TekkitRealm down for reusing a symbol that was described. A description of a symbol is copyrightable, and the symbol being drawn could be done from it, maybe, as being something to sue for. I don't know. I'm just throwing spitballs. I was talking about such and such, but you wanted to talk about the whole subject matter? Yeah, I didn't go off on the tangent you wanted. I don't care if he claims a copyright to it or a trademark to it. That's not relevant. Although, if he did create it, if he's the source of this, if he made this up out of his butt, he could flag people who criticize him. Because that's happened to me 7 times or more. I don't even know anymore. People flag me for making fun of their UFO story and their UFO photos, so they flagged me for including the photo of the UFO. And I had to explain over and over again to YouTube, I'm critiquing the shit quality of this guy's flying saucer that turned out to be a hubcap. A photo of a hubcap is copyrightable. Yes, I'm using it for the purpose of critique. Stop flagging me. Meanwhile, the channel goes away because I debunked it because it was a fucking hubcap. Unless you're using Google Translate text to reply off them, you should be able to read and reply with the thing you mentioned. Yes, but I chose not to because you're deflecting again. Again, the story and symbol all lead back to the Tekkit realm. He has not provided any evidence before that. He's gone out of his way to make it really obvious it's probably just him doing this, probably for plausible deniability reasons in a court case. And I joke, I'm not joking anymore, the only way that my videos can be taken down is if that SOB gets mad at me and decides to flag my video for copyright violation, which would mean he's claiming copyright to it, which means it's his invention. He made it from whole cloth. But these are very different things. I am telling you, actually I was telling everybody else in the thread you were involved in, not just you, that specifically this is very likely just somebody who read Pratchett's novel and came up with a symbol by drawing it. Technically it's a derivative work and it's copyrightable or not. But that's it. I'm pretty sure he just made this up. The Tekkit realm probably made up the story. I don't believe it, because there's no evidence provided, and he did everything other than just right up to the edge of saying, you can go look it up and confirm that this happened. No, we can't. He didn't actually say that, but everyone else is doing it. Well, not everyone. A bunch of you decided to show up and defend him. And just like claiming Donald Trump won the election, you come by and decided to say, oh, there are records of it appearing in places. No, there aren't. That is a claim I've even seen on Reddit. And then immediate response is, prove it. People don't want to hear that. This is like people who don't pick up the specific rifle and see if you can do a headshot at X number of meters away. They won't do it. Now, at the time, I didn't really like guns because I didn't like the sudden noise. I have misophonia. I don't like loud noises or specific sounds. But I put on headphones and earplugs, and I fired a rifle more times than is needed to prove that Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy. Get off your dead ass and prove to me that this is a mining symbol, because this is like the second or third time you brought it up, or brought up the subject matter. And as for the strange graffiti image, nobody ever takes a photo. That's horse shit, because the Tekkit realm was an example of someone collecting these images. And again, if this is a graffiti found in places where people would see it as some sort of communication, that would mean, because we have the images and talking about it, someone did notice it. You have to provide proof of it happening before the Tekkit realm to me before I'm going to believe that he didn't just make this up. It's a story he made up. He's trying to make page views. That's it. This is no different than a person putting up a UFO story that nobody heard about in the local news. Says, see, I got pictures and video. And then we find out later it's something he made in his backyard with a hubcap. I once got harassed over the net. Actually, it's continual because the person left up the page, because I disproved her perpetual motion machine. Now, the person who's posting this, are you going to latch on to that? Are you going to go look that up to try to find dirt on me? Because the person posted a video and a page saying horrible things about me that you could repeat on your page to get back at me for pointing out that you're deflecting from the subject, which I'm repeating to piss off people. Yes, this is all trolling, of course. Prove it. The worst way you can troll people who are true believers. Prove it. Now, I'm sure Tekkit Realm actually found this on the net. I don't really believe he invented it from whole cloth. I'm just waiting for one of you to react to me saying this crap and provide the proof you claim to have seen. As you said, there are records of it appearing in places. That's your really short explanation, which will be in the title of the video if I can cram it in there. Yes, that's a double entendre. Prove it. Well, no. You do it. I'm supposed to be able to do it? I'm supposed to be able to prove something against my belief or disprove my... I know, I tried to prove that too. I wanted to find out where it came from. I was curious. And then I found out I was lied to and cheated by the Tekkit realm. In a way. I mean, he didn't actually say any of this. He just implied it. It's not a mining symbol. Show me that it is. I didn't do an exhaustive search. That's your claim, right? Prove it. Tekkit realm has to prove it, not me. It's not a fantastic claim. It's a boring one. It should be easy. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck.